All right, I cannot believe this story. You're gonna wanna stick around to hear it. The Real Real sold me a fake purse, an over $2,000 purse, and then dealing with the ordeal to get this straightened out was a nightmare. Hi there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Liz, and I haven't done a video like this before, but felt I needed to share it because one, it's kind of unbelievable, I think, coming from such a large company, what happened in my story specifically. So I don't want to, I'm not going to over exaggerate anything. I just want to give you the facts on what happened to me. And of course, all my communications were via email. And then since I do have a YouTube channel, I actually record everything. So I recorded the before, the after, the everything. And so I just want to go through the story. So I don't know how entertaining this is going to be, but if you are interested to just see how this, rolled out, then just keep watching. So the very beginning of this story goes back to me purchasing my first puzzle bag, which was just last year. So it was a purse that I had on my radar for quite some time. Last year, I finally did purchase one, and I bought it directly, brand new, from the Mlouye store, online, and they shipped it to me directly. And so, but during that process, I kind of was going back and forth, like, should I buy an original? Should I buy new? And I wanted gray. And so ultimately I was like, I don't have any other purses from Mlouye, so my first one I need to get from the store. So I'm kind of more familiar with the quality and all of that. Well, I ended up picking up two from them. So if you haven't seen that unboxing, I'll link that down below for you to watch next. But I was searching the pre-loved market as well. So after I purchased that, I was still getting emails, when something would pop up on the other pre-loved sites. And one that popped up really caught my eye, and it was a mini in a dark green with the green hardware. And I was like, that is actually really interesting. It was in the original puzzle bag design, not the edge. I have the edge, but this, had the seams and everything in it. And it was in the mini, and I was like, well, that may work to be a little more casual. And I love the colors. And I don't think I have a purse that doesn't have metal hardware. I have a few that have black, but not the color of the purse. And I thought that was really unique. So, I checked out the purse online, read everything, looked at the pictures really good, and decided to make the purchase. It had a couple imperfections, but it was something that I wanted to add to my collection. So I moved forward, and it was final sale. So I looked at it as best as I could online and, decided to move forward. I hadn't purchased anything from the Real Real, I want to say since 2021, maybe 2020, around there. And I had purchased, I don't want to say lower end, but purses that were only a couple $100s. So I never got them authenticated or anything. I didn't even think about it. They were, kind of casual purses, purses I would wear in the summer, just to a little festival or something like that. But anyway, so I get the purse in, I unbox, I stop what I'm doing in the middle of my day, unbox it for, the channel, because I'm so excited to share it. All right, I was about to eat lunch and this just showed up. So I was like, let me turn on the camera because I can't wait to open this. And during that video, I had a couple red flags. So the first one was the box came kind of crunched, which wouldn't be the Real Real's fault. That would be a shipping issue. So, not really to fault them. But then when I opened it, it was just the purse. I mean, it was in a dust bag inside its dust bag in the purse, or in the box with just some brown paper. And I don't know, I never got a luxury purse like that. So I just thought that was kind of odd. And then the Real Real's dust bag I thought was really cheap. I get a lot of even cheap purses and they come in something like that. So it was all a little off-putting right from the front. But then when I opened it, it was a beautiful color. I was really excited. And there were still, even through the unboxing, a couple red flags that made me kind of question. I was excited because it is a beautiful bag, but there were a few things that were kind of off. I felt that the top looked like weird, like a little stiffer, a little different than the bottom. Not bad. It did have a couple marks on it, but those were disclosed. I was okay with that. Overall, it looked okay, but I just kind of had a sinking feeling, or like a, I don't know, intuition. And so I set the purse aside in my office and went to sleep that night. I kind of thought about it, and I was like, you know what, let me just get this authenticated. Like, because I kind of had a nagging feeling, like, what if it's not real? And I was like, let me just get it authenticated. That's no big deal. It'll come back fine. It'll ease my mind. I'll have the certificate that it's real, and life will move on. And so, I reached out to a company that I trust, Legit Grails, out of Southern California is who I trust and use. And I had sent them some pictures, and they didn't like my pictures and had me send them some more, and then even requested more. I had to do like 3 different sets. I think I probably sent them 50, maybe more pictures, so many. And so they were very, very nitpicky, which I appreciate. I was glad that they, cared and were really wanting to see whatever they were looking for. So I kept sending them, and then finally they got all the pictures, and I think like a day or 2 later, I got an email that said that the purse was not authentic. They could not authenticate that purse, and they were basically, they're saying it's unauthentic. And I was so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, because I actually kind of didn't expect it. I just wanted them to kind of ease my mind, confirm that it was real. And, I was shocked. I was shocked. So I got that initial email January 20th in the morning. And I actually didn't check my email until Sunday, the next morning. And I responded, what? Why? Because I had not gotten a purse that came back as unauthentic ever. This was my first one. So I was shocked about it. I was like, what was going on? And they, kind of explained the reasons why they felt it was not authentic. And so immediately I reached out to The RealReal. I was really sad that it wasn't, but I was like, okay, this is, I love the purse. I think it's beautiful, but there's no way I'm paying $2,000 for a fake purse, no matter how pretty it is. So immediately I sent an email out to The RealReal, forwarding the information that I received from the authentication company, indicating, they're saying it's not real. And, so I just don't want to have anything to do with this. I need to send it back, and I need a refund because I'm not going to keep a purse that can't be authenticated. So I sent that email with all that information Sunday morning. And then Monday about noon, I received an email back from The RealReal stating, basically like, what do I mean? They have the best authentication program there. They use AI, all this stuff. I'll put the email up. I actually couldn't believe it, and I basically was like, okay, that's fine. I'm still saying I couldn't get it authenticated, so I'm going to send this back to you. So I sent them that email about 2:30, just a couple hours after they had emailed me, saying, I just prefer to send this back, and I would like a full refund because now in my eyes, this is a fake purse and I just don't want anything to do with it. So then I didn't hear anything back for the rest of that day. And then the following day on Tuesday, January 23rd, didn't hear anything. I sent another email saying, hey, what can I do about this? Like, we need to find a solution. Let me know the next steps. And then I still got no response. And so then on January 24th, which was a Wednesday, I sent another email out. This is the 4th time I've contacted them now with no steps to a resolution. So I was getting pretty upset. And in that email, I said, I need to hear from you guys by Friday, or I have to file a claim with my credit card company. You sold me a fake and I need a refund. I need to send this back to you. So then on 1/26, the deadline day that I had given them, about noon, I received an email from them, and they said, hey, we'll take the purse back. We'll send you a return label, like no charge. and, you know, we'll have to process it, of course, and, you know, re-authenticate it, but you can send it back to us. And I was like, great, okay, that is all I wanted. So I was like, finally, we are getting somewhere, you know, and I was a little on edge because I just had never dealt with anything like this. And there's like a week and I have like $2,000 just like floating out there. And this company that is supposed to be like reputable, basically like not caring. Like I thought for the price that I paid, there should have just been more care in the whole process up to this point. So they did create a label that Friday and send it to me. I printed it out. And then Saturday I took I recorded me boxing the package, taping it up really good, exactly how I taped it, like everything just in case, and took it down to UPS to send it back to them. I wanted it gone and like I just refund and out of this craziness as soon as possible. So, you know, I did take that down the next day on a Saturday. So on January 31st, which was Wednesday, so I shipped it Saturday. On Wednesday, I received a notification because I get notifications because I, you know, do have shipments and things that my UPS package had been delivered to, you know, the location where whatever the label they sent me was. And I didn't hear anything from them. And I've sent other things back. I buy a lot of things online. And usually how it goes is, you know, they're like, we've received your return. And then I usually get an email that says, you know, allow 3 to 5 days processing, or, you know, 7 to 10 days or whatever their processing time. I heard nothing. So the following day on Thursday, I reached out, sent an email, said, hey, I see that the package, you know, was delivered. Can you provide like the next steps from here? Confirm that you do have it, you know, something. So I hadn't heard from them since Friday, January 26th, when they printed the label. There was no communication in between that time. So on the 3rd, I did receive an email that said, you know, we received it at our dock. We have to process it and then we have to authenticate it. We'll get back to you as soon as, you know, there's more info to tell, basically. And in the email, the customer service agent was very kind. He was like, you know, we understand that you're concerned. We value as a customer, all this stuff. And, you know, we're going to take care of you. We're going to get back to you. And that was kind of it, which kind of made me feel a little bit better. And so I did let them know. So I had emailed them right back after that email that same Saturday and said, thank you for the update. I'll look forward to receiving your other updates. This whole process has been pretty unnerving and stressful, so I appreciate any communication that you can provide. Okay, so that was all Saturday. And then February 7th, which was a Wednesday, I receive an email that says, I have to put this up because I couldn't believe it, that said I sent them the wrong color purse. Yeah, I was pissed. I was so mad. I was like, you have to be kidding me. I didn't even see that coming. I could not even believe that, like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Luckily, the purse had very specific marks on it that I knew that like they would figure it out. I just was like floored. I was like, what are you pulling? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I still get mad about that. I cannot believe that they sent an email like that without like double and triple checking first. Oh, and in that email, they said, please send the correct item, as if I would have another purse or whatever. Anyway, that was completely ridiculous. And so as soon as I did see that email, which was later the day, so that email came in about 3:30. I saw it about 5 and of course immediately responded, and I was, you know, livid. So emailed them back. Basically, this is BS. You need to check everything again. Please send me photos of what you think you received, because I have about 100 photos of this purse and video of it, you know, coming out of the box and going into the box. So thank goodness, because if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I actually wouldn't have this much information. But I mean, terrible for anyone to go through all of the things I had to go through with this whole process. So now setting another line in the sand. So this is now Wednesday. I give them till Friday at 5 to have somebody check it again. Like, you need to look. That is the exact same purse. I'm 100% sure it is, and I can prove it. You guys need to look at it again and then get back to me. Or at this point, I am going to file a fraud case, because now you not only sold me a fake purse, but you're accusing me of sending you something else. So I really did not like that. So I did not remain calm. I actually kept getting heated, and later that day I went ahead and filed the dispute or whatever with my credit card company. So again, that was Wednesday. I gave them till Friday. I went ahead and filed my claim, one, because I was so mad that they were accusing me. And then two, I was actually getting ready to go on vacation with my family for a week. And so, I'm the mom, I have to do all the things. And so I kind of had to put this on back burner. So the next day, on Thursday, I did get an email from them that said they are going to escalate it. They'll look at it. They'll get back to me. Okay, so that email came in February 8th. I went on vacation. On Tuesday, the 13th, I got an email that just said they're still looking into it. So I imagine the purse is just there and they don't know what to do with it. So they're communicating with me. I actually hadn't reached out to them because I was now dealing with the credit card company and uploading all the emails and my photos and video and all the things. And plus I'm on vacation. So, it's kind of a lot to deal with altogether. So I was, doing my best to stay on top of it, but there was kind of a good span of time there where there wasn't a whole lot of communication. And so then I returned home on February 15th, which was a Thursday, late in the night. And then Friday morning about 10, I'm getting to work, checking my emails and things. And then I get an email from them saying, sorry for the delay in response. Our team has in fact authenticated the purse, and we would like to know if you would like to co-sign it or have us ship it back to you. So that was at about 10 a.m. on Friday. And of course, I didn't like any of those choices. So I emailed them back and let them know I would not like to sell a purse that I believe is fake. And I also would not like their fake purse back. So I would like a full refund. You now know that it is your purse. You have it back. Just refund me. That's it. So I kept giving them like all these chances to do the right thing. And it was like such a crazy process. So I did mention that I would settle for nothing less in this very first email. I would settle for nothing less than 100% refund, because I was bait and switched. I was not sold what was meant to be sold to me. I was sold a counterfeit product. I tried to tell them in every way that I could, basically, you take this, I want my money back, I'm done. And this is literally like the worst customer service experience that I've ever had. So that was Friday. Then Saturday morning, I receive another email of them telling me that it is in fact authentic and I need to co-sign it under my account, or they can send it back to me. So they're still trying to push the same two options that I very clearly explained I did not want to participate in. So I almost immediately responded back, like I would say within the hour. I saw that email and of course am just so upset. It's like one roadblock after another. I reattached all the information and said, this company, this authentication company has a much better track record than your company has, and they have no skin in the game. They're a neutral third party. I'm gonna go ahead and believe them instead of you, who has been giving me the runaround this entire time and sold me a fake purse that you wouldn't take back and told me that I sent you a fake purse. So I was very clear that I could not and would not trust their authentication process. I, at that point, requested that this be escalated to a supervisor, that this had gone on far too long. And I felt it was absolutely ridiculous at this point. Okay, so that whole conversation was Saturday. Then February 21st, Wednesday, I received another email that said I have the choice to co-sign or have the purse sent back to me. I laugh because, otherwise I'm so upset by this. I will never shop at The RealReal again, ever. ever. And anyone I meet in person, I'm gonna tell, I really didn't want to even make this video and put it on the internet, but I mean, I have to warn people, this was unbelievable. And luckily I was on top of it. I was emailing them. I was emailing the credit card company. I had a bunch of video. I had a bunch of photographs. But what if somebody just gets a purse and then doesn't look at it for a little bit, or all kinds of things? And I know that they probably have to deal with a lot of fakes, but there has to be a better process. There are better processes actually, because I buy more expensive purses from this on the internet, and I've literally never had this terrible of an experience. So they had emailed me on Wednesday the 21st. I did not email them back until Tuesday the 27th because it was around my birthday and I had family and friends and doing things. And so I was busy. Plus I was dealing with the credit card company. They were asking me for a lot of information and they were confused because I sent so much stuff. I had to call a few times and they had to sort it out because I sent so much information in. And so on the 27th, and that email that I responded to, again, I was just so angry that this was the time when I let them know that I have everything on video. I have all the photos. I have all these emails. I'm in communications with the credit card company and I'm considering suing. So I was very, very upset at this point because there's just zero resolution. And really, I just thought it was like nonsense. I literally, even still right now, can't believe how this was handled. Oh, and I forgot to mention on the 21st, that email, they asked me why I think it's not authentic when they think it is, which I referenced the authenticator again. I just thought it was odd that they wanted me to explain myself. If they think it's real or whatever they do, then they have it. They can do what they please with it, but I should be refunded, I think, because in, my sources, which are legitimate sources, well-regarded sources, are telling me it's not authentic. So that is all I can go by. I'm certainly not gonna trust them, and especially after, all these things that are happening for them to tell me that it's authentic. So on the 28th in the morning, I actually received an email. I didn't see it until days later because again, it was my birthday week in this period. So I wasn't checking my email, but on the 28th in the morning, I did receive an email that they had processed my return and that my refund would be available in just a few business days. The kind of email that I was expecting to get when they first initially received the bag back now came almost a month later. So on Monday, March 4th, that's when I saw that email that they were crediting me back. And so, I responded and said, we'll see, I'll add this email to my file. Real snarky because I was, upset at this point. And so on March 5th, the next day, I did get notification from my credit card that I did receive a credit from them. So they actually did refund me in the end after over a month of fighting back and forth. They refunded me 100%. So they did give me all my money back. That was on 3/5. And then on 3/6, the same customer service person sent an email saying, hey, we see that the funds were received. We just want to make sure everything's okay and we are sorry, basically. And I never reached out to him again. And that was the end when I got my refund. But I felt like I needed to share because it was really terrible. And I couldn't imagine someone not having the proof or not even having the time and energy to put. This took so much of my time out of everything else in the days dealing with both companies because I almost was fighting too. They both needed all the information to provide. And then even initially with the authentication company, because they were helping me, but I had to give them a ton of information too. They were very specific, which was really great. I've had other purses authenticated with them. I really like them. So far, no complaints. So if you have anything bad about them, let me know, or good. I've been really happy with them. And if you know any other authentication companies that you love, let me know as well. Because I do like to buy pre-loved. I am very, very apprehensive, but I kind of think that's kind of the way that transactions in business go. If somebody burns you once, they're kind of done. So that is how the real is for me, I cannot shop there ever again. I really think that for the size of company they are, they need to have better packaging. They need to be tagging their items. They need to accept returns. They just need a better process. I really don't even know how they operate the way that they do properly, really. And hopefully this helps someone. At least maybe if you do shop there, that you get your items authenticated right away, or be really familiar with the brand. I had to get authenticated because I'm not a professional in Mlouye. I'm kind of new to that brand as far as purses, but I had to depend on a professional, and of course was shocked to have that answer and then everything that ensued after. So it was a really terrible experience, but in the end, it all worked out. I think it was fine. I haven't even gone on the site, so I don't even know if they're reselling the purse, but I hear that they do that. So you really have to do your due diligence, I guess, like anything. I think for me, I'm probably going to take a break from pre-loved purses for just a bit. I've always been a little apprehensive, especially when it gets up into the higher price ranges. But that's my story, and hopefully you found it helpful. So I wanted to thank you so much for dropping in and spending some of your time with me. If you found value in this video, please be sure to give it a like so that YouTube will press it out to more people that it may potentially help. I hope that you have a really great day, and I hope to see you in the next one.